Okay, so I chose Liberty Bell's responsibility launcher. I hope you can hear me because the sound's playing too, but okay, I'm going to new game. And I did this on iCivics too. Um, says, Hi there, I'm Liberty Bell, the fairy of civic responsibility. I inspire citizens with civic duty. How do I do that, you ask? It's simple. I launch anvils at them. Okay. Here we have a citizen who is dealing with a problem that can be solved by a basic civic responsibility. This person just doesn't know it yet. Each civic responsibility is shown here on an anvil. Things like community service, voting, serving in the military, all that good stuff is shown on one anvil at a time. Click through the anvils with these arrows. Once you think you have found the right responsibility anvil, click it and I will pick it up. Okay. To assign a civic responsibility to a citizen, click on the catapult right in front of that person. I'll drop the anvil off and get the catapult ready to go. When you're ready, click on this handle and I'll launch all the loaded catapults. If you have picked the right responsibilities, you'll see citizens get inspired. If you pick the wrong one, citizens will just get confused. Okay. This citizen says, oh, okay, it went away. Someone told me that the city is going to get rid of my favorite part. How, why, when? I guess I'll never know. Okay. So, I have to choose his responsibility or role that he can play as a citizen. So this one says speaking your mind. One of the most important things we can do in a democracy is to share opinions and ideas, even when they are unpopular. Our freedom of speech guarantees us the right to speak our minds. This probably will fit him because the city's trying to get rid of his favorite part. He's wondering why. Well, if he doesn't want the part to be getting rid of, he should speak his mind and, so, but I'm going to look at other options over here. This one says staying informed. It's really hard to be an uninformed voter and useful member of society unless you understand current events and the political landscape. Stay in touch with what happens. Okay, this one sounds even better because he's asking how, why, when. I guess I'll never know about the park. Well, he wouldn't be asking those questions if he was already informed, so that's probably a good one too. Next one says, oh, okay, so it's just between those two. I'm gonna go with staying informed because mainly what gives it away is he's asking so many questions. So if he stays informed, he won't have to ask questions. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to launch. I think that's what it said. I'm going to launch my citizen on the catapult. Let me see. Let me figure it out. Oh, here we go. I don't think I'm figuring this out. Okay. Give me a minute. I'm going to cover over here to this question mark and go through the steps again. Oh, once you think you have found the right responsibility and will click it and I will pick it up. Okay. To assign a civic responsibility to a citizen, click on the catapult right in front of that person. I'll drop the anvil off and get the catapult ready to go. Okay. When you're ready, click on this handle that says launch over to the right hand side. Okay, so let's try that. Ah, it worked. So first we have to click on the responsibility role, which is staying informed. Put it right on this catapults, and now I'm going to launch. I should find out why from local news sources. Maybe it's a good reason, or maybe it's something I could help fight. So I guess he liked it. It's a good role for him. Moving on. Level 1 of 5 complete. Okay. And I have used up 5 minutes. I only get 15 minutes, so maybe I can finish up. So, if you match every citizen with a responsibility on the first launch, you'll get a bonus. Give it a whirl. Okay. This one says, I'm building a new house and want it to have electricity and running water. Am I going to have to dig a... Oh, gosh, it went away. Am I going to have to dig a well and build a power plant all on my own? Okay, and this one says, I heard a rumor that there was a vote to ban all dogs in my neighborhood. I don't know if it went through or not, but I guess I'll probably have to get rid of my dog now. What else can I do? Well, she doesn't seem sure. Okay, military service. This responsibility says, sometimes our country and government needs to defend itself, and military men and women are the people who do it. There is no higher honor as a citizen that can serve in the military. So let me go back and read these just to get my brain thinking. This one says, I'm building a new house and want it to have electricity and running water. Am I going to have to dig a well and build a power plant all on my own? She's talking about our dogs being banned in the neighborhood, so I don't know if that one matches or not. Okay, so this one has 3 choices. Next one is staying informed. It's really hard to be an informed voter and useful member of society unless you understand current events and the political landscape. Stay in touch with what happens. So this one talks about political landscape, and the male citizen is wanting to know about electricity and running water, which I would think ties into landscape because he's wanting to know if he has to build a power plant. This lady, hers is about the dog, so I'm going to keep that in mind and read the next one. Paying taxes. The government asks its citizens to contribute money to keep it running. In return, it provides services to the public, goods like roads, education, police, and utilities. Okay, this one fits better for the male citizen. It talks about keeping things running as in utilities. So he's talking about his running water and electricity. So I'm guessing he will not have to build a power plant, but he'll have to pay taxes. Am I getting that right? I don't know. I'm not good at political stuff, but I'm gonna. Okay, I still have to figure out hers. But I'm gonna say so far that the paying taxes role will go towards the male citizen. And the staying informed will go towards the female citizen because she doesn't know for sure if there was a ban on dogs in the neighborhood. So that's what I'm going with. Staying informed will go to the female citizen. And paying taxes will go to the male citizen. Put them on their catapult, and now I'm going to launch again and see if I'm right. Okay, female citizen said, I read about the attempted dog ban in our local newspaper, and fortunately people like me were outraged enough that it didn't pass. Not only can I keep my dog, I know who not to vote for in the next election, so I think she likes it. Female citizen says, new houses can be hooked up to public services like electricity and running water. Our taxes help these things be available for everyone in our town. Old house, new house, everyone gets the benefit. So, looks like they're both happy and like their responsibility. Moving on. I don't know if I'm going to get finished with every level. I'm moving on to level 3 now. Okay, so I have 3 people. Lawn Dude says, I grew up around boats and I have always wanted to go to the U.S. Naval Academy like my dad. I hear that it's pretty competitive there. Competitive though. The middle dude says kids need to be taught lots of things, but most families can't afford to build their own classrooms, science labs, and gymnasium. If only there was a way to help everyone have access to these things. And the last guy with the brown hair says, I think people should be tried in court by a group of fair-minded citizens. Too bad there's no way I can help make that happen. First dude talks about the U.S. Naval Academy. Second one talks about families can afford, kids need to be taught a lot of things, but families can afford, only there's a way to access these things. And the last one talks about tried in court, too bad there's no way to help. Okay, here's the options again. Paying taxes, Following the laws is a new one. Laws are made not to restrict what you can and can't do, but to protect everyone's common freedoms. Following the law can give you protection and stop you from getting into trouble. Second one says jury duty in America it's important that citizens charged with a crime face trial by a jury of their peers. Required jury duty helps guarantee a diverse pool of jurors so that people get fair trials. Okay, the last guy talked about ways that he can help in a trial. So he fits pretty well with that. I'm going to go ahead and put that responsibility on him, but I'm going to keep going. Maybe I see something different. Military service. Okay. Automatically thought about the first guy because he talked about the U.S. Naval Academy. Um, he's always wanted to go, so this is a good military service. So I'm going to move my responsibility little goal thing over to his catapult. So that matches him better. More. And voting. Voting is the heart of democracy. It's your way of making your opinion count in what happened. Okay. I have voting, paying taxes, and following the laws. Okay, I think voting would fit him better. Voting says it's the heart of democracy. It's your way of making your opinion count in what happens. He's saying kids need to be taught a lot of things. If only there was a way to help everyone access to these things. Well, if they voted on more affordable classrooms and science labs and gymnasiums, then kids can be taught. I'm going with voting. That's what I'm going with. I feel like that one fits better than he doesn't talk about having to pay any taxes. I mean, he talks about having to afford classrooms and science labs, but I'm going to try out voting. Okay. Everyone has their own responsibility. I'm going to launch. Hopefully I'm correct. It seems like a really easy, game to kind of grasp, though. You read each citizen's problem or issue that they have or questions that they have about wherever they're living. Ah, okay, so I got one wrong. Let's just have the rich learn to read and then other kids can pay them to read, suffer more. Oh, wait, that doesn't really work. Okay, so I got one wrong. That was the first time I got one wrong. Let's see what I have to do. But what I was saying, the purpose of the game is to fit the citizens' needs with their responsibility that will help them clear out or find a solution to whatever their problem is. Okay, so it wasn't voting, which gives me two options left: paying taxes and following the laws. I don't see how following the law will help build classrooms. Paying taxes will help build classrooms, I think. Yeah. Let's go with this one. So I only have 2 minutes left, but yay! All the roles fit the citizen. Woohoo! Yay! So I'm moving on to level 4, but I only have less than a minute left. But you kind of get the gist of the game. I'll explain it one more time. So you get a citizen. They'll tell you a problem, an issue, or a question that they have that's going on in the town. Maybe that they don't agree with. Maybe they don't understand. So I look to the right hand side and it gives me 2, 3, or 4 different options just depending on how many citizens are laid out for me. It gives me all these different options of responsibilities that could match each citizen. And with this responsibility, it'll help them answer their question. It'll help them volunteer. It'll give them the answer to the questions that they're having. So pretty simple. I really liked it. So